Persistence is not loud. It does not beg. It does not rush. Persistence is quiet discipline repeated daily, especially when no one is watching. Marcus Aurelius, once the most powerful man in the world, did not write about motivation. He wrote about endurance, about standing firm when life presses down with weight, loss, and uncertainty. This is a Stoic guide to persistence. Not hype, not emotion, but strength that lasts. Stoicism does not define persistence as chasing success. It defines persistence as remaining aligned with virtue, regardless of the outcome. Marcus Aurelius faced war, betrayal, illness, and death, yet his writings never ask, "Why me?" Instead, they ask, "What is required of me now?" Persistence, in Stoicism, is not stubbornness. It is commitment to duty, repeated again and again, even when results are slow. You do not persist because you feel strong. You persist because it is right to do so. Marcus Aurelius reminds us of the first rule of endurance. You control your actions, judgments, and effort. You do not control outcomes, recognition, or timing. Most people quit because they demand guarantees. Stoics persist because they accept uncertainty. If the work is correct, you continue. If the path is just, you walk it. Persistence grows the moment you stop negotiating with results. Marcus wrote his philosophy as reminders, not inspiration. Because persistence is not built once, it must be renewed daily. Every morning, he reminded himself, people will be difficult. Progress will be slow, life will resist, and still he showed up. Stoicism teaches that persistence is not heroic action. It is boring consistency carried with dignity. You return to your task, you return to your values. You return to your role, again and again. Complaining weakens persistence. Marcus Aurelius warned against adding mental suffering to unavoidable hardship. Pain may arrive, difficulty may appear, but resistance is optional. When you complain, you multiply struggle. When you accept, you conserve strength. Stoic persistence means carrying weight without dramatizing it. You do what must be done, not loudly, not bitterly, but steadily. One of Marcus Aurelius' most powerful ideas is this: the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Stoics do not wait for conditions to improve. They use resistance as training. Fatigue builds endurance. Delay builds patience. Failure builds clarity. Persistence is not surviving despite obstacles, it is growing stronger because of them. Motivation fades, emotion fluctuates, mood lies. Marcus Aurelius did not rely on feeling ready, he relied on identity. I am the kind of person who does his duty. Stoicism teaches persistence by shaping character. You act because it aligns with who you are. You continue because stopping would betray your values. When persistence becomes identity, quitting no longer feels natural. Marcus constantly reflected on mortality, not to create fear, but urgency. Life is brief. Distraction is expensive. Persistence means refusing to waste energy on what does not matter. Approval, comparison, excuses. You persist because time does not wait, and purpose demands action now. Stoic persistence is humble. You may not be praised. You may not be noticed. You may not be rewarded immediately. Marcus Aurelius warned against tying effort to applause. You persist because the work itself is honorable, not because others see it. True endurance does not announce itself. Marcus Aurelius did not promise ease, he promised strength. Persistence, in Stoicism, is simple: do what is right. Accept what comes, return to the task, no drama, no quitting. No excuses, stand firm, move forward, repeat. That is Stoic persistence.